So we talked about AI, we talked about its history, we talked about its future, we talked about how it is going to be useful to us in the present and also future. But let's take a look at applications of AI in the present in a bit more detailed now. So if we take a look at this, AI is actually used across different domains, different industries, which would have been completely unconnected before, completely disjoint before. Let me just give you an example. So before AI, there was another boom, a boom which was IT. What was IT doing? IT is not an industry which exists in isolation. IT is actually intersection of software and industry. So you build software for trading. You build software for, let's say, a car company. You build software for a pharma company. You build software for power grid management. You build software for airlines. You build software for even managing the escalators or the algorithms of the lifts. You build softwares for hospitals, any such things. So IT is a cross domain field wherein this has applications everywhere. AI is the same. You see, in subset of problems which we solved using IT, and also some of the problems which were kind of like very hard to solve by using traditional software development approaches. This is what is the target of AI. And AI is actually as useful as every single industry IT actually impacted. Just think about this. Its area of use cases are as wide as IT, maybe even wider. Its impact is at least as high as IT, if not bigger. So, when is this gap going to get filled? This is going to get filled in time, because as and when this industry matures, as and when people who can actually apply their knowledge and develop applications, that's when the field is going to grow. So right now let's develop our intuition about different areas where AI is applied. The first thing which we will see is Google search. You see, Google has changed everything. Google's mission statement is amazing: to make whole world's information. This is an amazing point. The entire world's information. How many blogs are present on the entire World Wide Web? Too many. How many posts are done on Twitter or Reddit or LinkedIn? Too many. And organize the whole world's information, make it accessible and make it useful. Okay, in trying to meet this mission statement, search ranking is the most important thing. When you search something, there are probably millions of images, millions of articles, millions of videos, millions of posts related to what you searched, and you can't go through all of them. So ranking is very important. Now, how is this ranking done before AI came? Okay, before AI, probably we would have a universal ranking wherein you actually check quality of a page and based on that ranking is done. Now, how AI has changed this? Let's take a look at this right now. I'm opening Chrome and I have not signed in, done anything here. Okay, so let's open Chrome and search programming. I'm searching this right now. The first video is Khan Academy, then these are the videos, then Wikipedia page and blah blah blah. Let me open incognito window and search the same thing. What has happened? It's the same thing here, right? Now if I actually search the same thing from a different browser, okay, based on whatever I kind of like search regularly, I should actually get different things. So this is my personal browser, and in the personal browser I'm also getting the exact same links. Why? Because I am not a professional programmer, I am someone from AI. So if I had searched on AI, then things would have been different. So let's search AI. So in AI we have such blogs: soft skills, analytics vidya, Wikipedia, and blah blah blah. And if I search AI on my personal browser, which I use very frequently, it should have more contextualized posts for me. So this is asking me AI influencers to follow. This is also done that. So this was an AI failure. Think search ranking should have been contextualized. The search results for someone who is an AI practitioner should be different from someone who is starting to do AI. This is what is an amazing application of artificial intelligence: personalizing the information. Now, for personalizing, Google search wasn't that effective. It is effective, but those changes are very subtle. But for personalization, the best thing is YouTube. Okay, if I simply go on the place where I was showing you this, let me just show you YouTube. This is YouTube where I have not signed in. So the home screen is gonna be very different. It's gonna be a very generic screen. So it's based on my location, which is now India. So this is just saying, okay, some comedy, some sports, something, and slowly it will learn what do I like, and based on that, it will actually show me results. So if I search youtube.com here, I have used this a bit more than I had used the incognito one. So probably things are gonna be a bit better here. Okay. But I have used my personal YouTube account a lot more. I have used a personal account a lot more, and you will find this has been catered for my personality. It has been catered for few of the stuff which I watch regularly. So you'll find stuff related to AI, you'll find stuff related to ADHD, you'll find stuff related to a podcast I hear, you'll find stuff maybe stand-up comedy, movies, everything. So this is what is personalization means, and this is what AI makes possible. And this is what we can actually do in all areas. So that is an amazing application. Recommendation. So we just saw Google search, and also which is a child company of Alphabet conglomerate, YouTube. So recommendation and search ranking, how they can be contextualized, still not completely solved. Recommendation solved before already because that drives a lot of traction. But probably similar application can be done in search, and in future Google search ranking will be as amazing as YouTube recommendations are. Just to give you an context. So this is some of the examples, and we'll see more in next lectures.